Welcome to a World of Tanks replay, and today it's from the user Rojo180, and he's driving the Conqueror on a standard battle on the Fisherman's Bay. Quite like the Fisherman's Bay map. It's very quite a nice map, although if ever I'm on it on a medium tank I tend to head to the centre and I can never quite find a position to fire upon the enemy correctly. And other people seem to go there and they've just got this kind of magical touch and they're able to shoot everybody in the face from anywhere that they decide to sit. But maybe that's just my inexperience with the map itself, despite the fact that I quite like it. But then again, I tend to drive heavy tanks more than I drive medium and light tanks nowadays, so I tend to head into the village, which is where Rojo's heading to. And just tend to be here and soak up the damage. This IS-6 is taking a terrible, terrible line. Not allowing Rojo any space whatsoever. Or maybe that's just me and my road rage taking over. So, obviously, in a platoon of 3 guys here, if they're communicating via voice comms, and they are top tier, and there's only 3 tier 9s in the battle, they are going to be able to absolutely wreck face. Because as you can see, 2 of them have gone to the city, whilst the Leopard PTA is going to be in the centre, running recon. And an E75 and a Conqueror, those 2 heavy tanks are very, very nice heavy tanks as well. And this IS-6 looks like he's got a suicide wish, as he comes right over the front. Maybe he's just sick of this battle already, doesn't want to take part in it. Or maybe the AMX insulted his mother, and he just has to go and get righteous retribution. Which he didn't, as the AMX 30 took him out. But still, that IS-6 somehow in the centre of the map, and somehow not being punished by anybody. See, Rojo just decides to take out the building instead. And although he is in a heavy tank, the reload of these British heavy tanks is quite nice. So he's able to take out that building and then get a good shot on the IS-6. Unfortunately, IS-6 has an automatic fire extinguisher, so that didn't burn for very long at all. And now he's decided that enough is enough and he's pushed forward. But Rojo's still looking at the area. He knows he's going to be able to hit this Object 416 as he falls back, which indeed he does. Gets a lovely shot there. Now he's going to push forward. He knows that there's an AMX 30 here. Gets a hit on the AMX 30, but takes some damage in return. He's got a bigger hit point pool than the AMX 30, so he should just be able to duel this one out. And to be honest, if he can get himself into a hull down position, well, actually the turret of the Conqueror is not that great compared to the FV. Its tier 10 counterpart. Although the armour of this E75 is very nice. Gets a lovely shot on the move to take out that IS-6. As you can see, with there only being 2 tanks over on this far right hand side, there's only this AMX 30 and this M103. The E75 and Rojo have decided to push forwards. Rojo's going to be heading up taking a higher route here in an effort to try and chase away the lighter tanks from the hill, whilst the E75 takes the lower route. This M103 is now the only guy left on this flank, and as you can see, the IS-6 is flanking around, the E75 going straight for the front. And Rojo, again, going to still be in this elevated position here. He does keep getting spotted, though, so he has to play it reasonably carefully. Although he is top tier, he can take some damage from some of these guys. E75 going to do an excellent job of baiting out the M103 here. Comes in and rams him and then backs off, knowing that the M103 is going to want a turret hug, because the M103's got fantastic turret armor. The only problem the M103's got is he needs to be turning his turret from side to side, instead of just looking absolutely stock still. If he rotates his turret from side to side, he's going to make that commander's hatch much more difficult to hit. But the E75 played that beautifully to go in, ram the M103, and then start to back off, which allowed Rojo to come in and get 2 shots and a ram into his side there and take him out. Allies not having a fantastic time of this one here, though, losing as they are 8 kills to 5. Does spot out the Jagdtiger off in the distance there. Has a quick snapshot at him. Not quite sure what terrain he was hidden behind. It looks like the enemy team's done a great job of just concentrating their forces in the centre and winning the hill. Finds a Black Prince. Black Prince tends to have good armour and can be a little bit trollish with its bouncers, but up against a tier 9 tank, 2 tiers up, there's nothing that a Black Prince is going to be able to offer in way of resistance to a Conqueror. And Rojo just going to put shot after shot into him. There's really nothing he can do about it apart from just take it on the chin and try and get out of there with his life. And the E75 comes in, takes him out as well. Takes a hit from the side. That's almost certainly going to be from the Jagdtiger 88. And now it's a case of reset. The guys who were in the middle have probably pushed onto that left-hand flank and started to come around now, or they're all just going to be kind of squaring off in the centre. Not sure who they would have been squaring off against, though, considering the majority of the Allied team was over in the town on the right-hand side. As you can see there, Ally and the Leopard PTA making a push around that right-hand side in an effort to get some damage on the Jagdtiger. Takes a couple of hits from this AMX 1375. And he has to back away now as he's not particularly healthy. Trying to get a hit on this VK, but he's been a little bit cagey. Could now possibly take out the 1375. He can indeed. And Rojo's in a little bit of a dangerous position here. He's got tanks in front of him that are firing at him, and he's got tanks to his right-hand side. Luckily, he's got his ally in the E75, which is going to try and close these guys on the right-hand side down in an effort to try and push them away from his ally. That's one thing you can do if one of your allies is getting threatened on the flanks whilst engaging enemies from the front. If you can go in and try and bully them away, just lay down some fire, or even just get yourself spotted on purpose so that they can see that you're there, and they'll hopefully try and not make such a foolhardy move as to try and close down your ally. The risk with that obviously is that they'll just come in and absolutely rickroll you, just face roll the keyboard and take you out. Enemy starting a base capture. The E75's looking quite low on health here. And that's a beautiful shot to take out the ISU 152. All three of them not looking particularly healthy. The Leopard PTA got nearly 500 hit points. Rojo himself nearly 600. But the E75's a one-shot. But it looks like the three of them have decided they're going to take out this T-54 first. And they just get a quick 1-2. The E75 comes in. Going to probably try and ram him. But it looks like the T-54 is backing off quick enough. So Rojo's just able to take him out for kill number 6 and a well-deserved Top Gun medal. Now it's 3 versus 3 now. They've done a great job of evening this up at 12 kills to 12. Unfortunately, all of the enemy team is in and around their cap circle. Only one of them's actually doing the base capture. If all three of them were sat in that cap circle, it probably would have been GG already. As you can see, the Leopard PTA going to be flanking all the way around the left-hand side while the E75 sets up into a sniping position. Rojo also getting into a sniping position. T-37 decided to make a daylight charge across the minefield. We're going to see if that works out for him, or if Rojo's going to be able to take him out. Still got 22 seconds on the cap clock. T-37's almost certainly going to be able to get around the side of them. There's nothing they're going to be able to do about that. 14 seconds on the cap clock. Someone's going to have to get in there and spot. E75 decides to make a charge now. There we go. Spots out the IS-3. It's just lucky that that wasn't a light tank. If it was, they may not have been able to spot him in time. As it was, the IS-3 not got fantastic camo. And not just that, he was out in the middle of the open. Rojo decides to turn his attention to the T-37 and take him out. For some reason, the VK is way out on that left-hand flank. Now, I know he's low on health, but if he'd gone in the cap circle with the rest of his allies in an effort to get the base capture, they may have won that one. As it is, the allies just cleaned up at the end there for the victory. So it was a brilliant game played there by Rojo 180 and the rest of his allies, picking himself up 5,000 points of damage, 7 kills and a well-deserved victory. So, thank you very much for sending that replay in, and don't forget, if you've got yourself a great replay, then send that into replay@screenreality.com. Link for that's in the description. Just attach the replay file itself or the link to the What Replay website to the email, and I can check that one out for you. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, you found it useful, informative, you learned something, or you just thought it was fun, think about hitting that subscribe button, because there's a lot more World of Tanks content on this channel. I've been Maxwell, this has been a World of Tanks replay, and I'll catch you guys next time.